dignity of pilots or drivers are more important. If I have to care about someone, first of all, we have to think about his life. If somebody makes an accident, do their family members even get to know what happened on the road? Drivers or the pilots are part of the community. This is part of your process, and whoever works with us, he has to follow the process.
Do you feel trucks have improved a lot over the years in terms of safety features within the cabin, outside, or there's more that needs to be done?
Yeah, so I think safety features, I would say today is world class.
At Netradyne, it's all about safety.
Good morning, friends, and welcome to a brand new series on Trans India. It's all about safety, presented by Netradyne, the leader in AI-powered safety and fleet management. One of the biggest concerns for the logistics industry is road accidents. The losses arising out of every accident can have dire consequences, financially and emotionally. While transporters are now using technology to avert accidents, the shippers or customers too are encouraging and promoting the use of technology and training methods that would bring down road accidents. In fact, in many cases, the shippers enforce initiatives for transporters to follow. The transporters may not get a hike in freight for installing technology or adhering to the protocol set by the shippers, but they do reap the benefits of the same, at times which are unknown to the transporters. Remember, every accident saved is a financial saving. In this series, it's all about safety. We talk to select shippers across segments to get a perspective of how seriously they take road safety and what initiatives are taken by them to make sure that the accident rate remains near zero levels. In the first episode of It's All About Safety presented by Netradyne, we feature Mr. Sirsendu Mukherjee, former supply chain chief at Tata Steel. Mr. Mukherjee takes us through the drill at Tata Steel on issues related to safety, where every incident is investigated, not with the intention of blaming someone, but with the aim to eradicate the cause of that incident so that it is not repeated again. And more importantly, that the incident does not transform into an accident. But before we get into our interaction with Mr. Mukherjee, here's a message from our sponsor, Netradyne.
At Netradyne, it's all about safety.
It's all about safety. At Netradyne, core value is saving lives, and safety is of prime importance for us. We've been in existence for the last 10 years. We bring in cutting-edge technology that helps monitor the driving behavior, the road conditions, help assist the drivers to actually utilize the asset properly, make sure that he's driving well, and the environment is secure. Right. So how this does is we have a dash cam that actually has inward and outward facing cameras that's continuously monitoring the entire drive time, which is about 100% of the drive time, and alerting the drivers as and when there is a violation. So it could be a speeding violation, it could be a seatbelt violation, it could be hard braking, or it could well be an unfortunate event that happens while on the road, right? And apart from safety, the other important thing that I want to highlight is the business benefits attached to it, right? So today, if you look at it, the fleet owners are worried about reaching one, they're worried about the driver safety, and the second, they're also worried about if the goods have reached from point A to point B. So the visibility throughout that journey is absolutely critical, and ensuring that the goods reach the destination on time. So at Netradyne, we help them do that. We also have a scorecard for each of the drivers that actually help the drivers understand what their driving behavior was and how they're getting coached, right? This helps you do one-on-one coaching with the drivers, understand what had happened in a certain event, and that really helps improve the driving behavior. And the second part is the asset protection, right? You're driving a vehicle. If it's an EV, it's quite expensive, and even the diesel trucks, right? And apart from that, I think there's also a loss of life if something happens on the road. from a destination, right? So that also is something that we can help drivers avoid, right? The unfortunate events. So I think, yeah, at the end of it, it's all about safety, and Netradyne is completely glued into that aspect.
It's all about safety. So let's get started with our interaction with Mr. Sirsendu Mukherjee. Sir, to start with, you have spent 28 years in the logistics space on the customer side. What are the major transformations you have seen in these years?
I have been to mining, manufacturing, logistics. So I have worked in all the areas, and which is majorly it is a customer facing initiative.
Right.
Okay. When I say customer facing means customer wants material just in time and obviously with the best possible delivered cost. So
Right.
customer has two requirements.
Absolutely.
So as an organization, Tata Steel, we have obviously evolved over the years, and we have seen that beyond that, what is that we can do? This is the everybody will do. but
Basic. This is the basic requirement, yes.
So then when we engage with customers, then they sort of discussed with us, say that if a pilot or the driver goes with the material to unload, so in many times it happens that material is not getting unloaded once the truck reaches, because customer is also this requirement. He said, wait, and I will let you know. Then are we actually thinking about the pilots? So therefore, this is the starting point, not only from the customer premise, this is also happened in Tata Steel. It's a great transformation we have done. So therefore, anybody who comes in today have a place to wait. And when a place to wait, I mean to say that not only that he will be inside the truck, or no, he can actually easily come out of the truck. There's a rest shelters provided. There are canteen facilities are there, and majority of the places now the medical facilities available.
Oh, wonderful.
So therefore, this is one transformation journey that company we have done a lot, but still long way to go. Similarly, I would not say customer has done the full 360 degree, but customer has also provided a facility where, I'm not saying everywhere, but that's where people can still come out of the truck and wait for some time. There's some drinking water facility, some little rest sheds. So I would say people started appreciating and accepting that everybody has responsibility. So to say, it's a shared responsibility for all of us to ensure that if you demand service, you also need to have some part to do. And therefore, I would say, quite happy that industry has transformed a lot in last 10-15 years. And as an organization, Tata Steel, I think we have also done, but we're still long way to go, I would say.
So since you spoke about truck drivers, in a nutshell, can you tell me how important do you think are truck drivers from a national economic point of view and from Tata Steel's point of view as well?
Oh, I think without truck driver, we will not be able to get food every day. I think that's a starting point of the journey. And therefore, I think their contribution to the society is much beyond economic indicators. You imagine a situation, anything and everything goes wrong in the country. Who are impacted? There's a strike called truckers are impacted. They are en route. Even without understanding, they're stuck for days and days. So therefore, they are the backbone, I would say. I would say they are the backbone of our economy. Because India, the rail network is not so well connected that everything can be delivered through rail.
True.
Okay, so therefore, with the modernization of national highways, I think driving has become a much better for everybody. But I think delivering goods, when I say goods, it is not industrial goods. I would say it's a basic human needs.
Right.
That is almost, I would say 70-80% of that is transported by road.
Absolutely.
Because those are perishable goods. These are not that you will transport for months and months.
Correct.
So some vegetables you have to load today, you have to deliver tomorrow, so that people can utilize it. How is it possible without them? So I think transporters or the drivers are doing a great job ensuring that 1.4 billion people get their meal every day.
Absolutely.
So that's the quantum of service they are doing, and I'm sure that we also owe a lot to them.
So, sir, while drivers are part of a very integral part of the entire society, road safety is something which has not been in the forefront. What is Tata Steel doing to make sure that the driver is safe?
If I go to Tata Steel before that, I would say that what I think about it. Okay. As I said, if we feel that they are the most important in our ecosystem because we are fed because of them, and we owe a lot to them. Therefore, it starts from all of us, and it starts with respect. So, if we behave with them properly, if we really do care about them, then ball starts rolling.
Right.
So it's a give and take policy. It's not that respect is not earned if you are not give respect to anyone.
True.
So I think from a personal point of view also, I think we would try everything to make sure that anyone is on the road, that how do you ensure that that person is safe at all times till the time he delivers the material. So there are a couple of initiatives that we have done and we are doing, obviously. I think a lot of technological intervention has come in in the vehicles, wherein we'll get to know at what speed is it driving, has it taken enough rest. So generally we say between 12 to 4 you should not drive.
Right.
And we said that he has stopped. While there is no cross-checking mechanism that whether he has taken food or not, but when he has stopped the dhaba, so obviously he has taken his meal.
Right.
And the other bigger point is that we are not chasing trucks. That we are not telling them you have to deliver it tomorrow morning.
Okay.
There are situations,
Right.
but there will be very, very remote.
But
So
the
there-
window is pretty comfortable for them.
for very comfortable for them, and because it has to be comfortable because his life is involved in that. So if I have to care about someone, first of all, you have to think about his life. And I think dignity of pilots or drivers are more important. I think as an organization, if I come to Tata Steel now, and therefore we don't differentiate between our own employees and contract employees.
Okay.
Because the blood group is same, helmet is same, everything is same. So why do you have to differentiate? And once you start differentiating, then it's a big problem. In fact, if I have to reflect back on our CEO and MD, Mr. T.V. Nandan, I think his point is always, every month when he addresses the entire company, he always mentions that let's not list out if there's an injury which has happened to a contract employee or our own employee. Injury is an injury. Then you have to treat with that, that seriousness. So therefore, from an organization point of view, we have, as I said, I think a lot of technological intervention has come in the trucks. We are monitoring their performance. We are engaging with the vendor partners. We are discussing it, multiple forums. We have now started organizing, logistics partner meet where we do discuss, deliberate on the challenges and is being faced. Obviously, we are now engaging on a bigger platform that how do you give not only the driver, their family members also comfort about
Right.
the job they are doing.
Okay.
So it's not that something, let's say somebody is driving and he God forbid nothing happens, but if somebody makes an accident, do their family members even get to know what happened on the road?
Right.
Is that person getting a medical treatment as early as we can provide? So we are engaging with multiple organizations to ensure that we give a end-to-end sort of connectivity to them
Okay.
through their family members, including their family members, so that they can also know where is somebody's husband, somebody's dad. So it's not that we don't care. So and it should not be seen in lip service. You have to demonstrate that yes, we take care of them, and we are constantly sort of discussing with the bigger ecosystem or with the owners that they have also responsibility and they have to demonstrate. And in fact, in last couple of meetings, I have also suggested that how do you sort of reward them when somebody is driving good?
Right.
And when you reward them, you reward it in front of others so that that person becomes role model.
Correct.
So I think there are multiple ways we can do it. I think, as I said in the beginning, A long way to go, but we're in the right direction.
We've started somewhere at least. But tell me, how receptive are the transporters or your service providers when you come up with these ideas, especially when it involves the cost?
No, so I think everybody is cost conscious, to be very honest, in the perspective. But at the end of the day, I think our responsibility as in Tata Steel always remains that how do you manage the ecosystem? Okay, an ecosystem is including logistics partners, drivers, healthcare employees, Tata Steel, and obviously the community. So there is a general sense, I would say, and it is improving, that it's not me always. We have to also look at the community. And I would say drivers or the pilots are part of the community.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And since Tata Steel per se, we believe community development and everything, I think it's, I would say in some of the transport parks that we are operating today, we have facilities where air conditioned rooms are available.
That's nice.
So, and it is not something that I think we say that we have done great work. But this is something that you can provide somebody who is working for you.
It's basic, right?
It's a basic. So I think I would say it's a transformational journey. I will not say that everybody is happily accepting it. But when you make this is part of your process, and whoever works with us, he has to follow the process. So that's the way we are looking forward to, and I'm sure that on a bigger ecosystem, everybody will adapt and accept.
But when you lay down certain rules, regulations, or certain policies, do you follow up and make sure that they are implemented as well on ground?
Yes, so that's what I said. When we actually have any reviews forums, just like will be having in the month of November again once more. And where the earlier discussion points we would review, that we have discussed some of the points, whether it has been captured or not. Something has to be done by Tata Steel that we are doing it or not. Something has to be done by the vendor partners also, are they doing it or not.
Okay. You follow up on that.
Yeah, you follow up on that. Number 2. Number 3, I think human life is not money. So I think if you have millions or billions, you cannot buy one human life.
Absolutely.
So that's something, I think that's our point, that if we save one life, you actually are saving that life, and it cannot be compensated. So therefore, not only the vendor partners, I think even in the driver community, they also need to understand, appreciate that it is not he is getting impacted because of something going wrong. His entire family will be impacted.
Absolutely.
So therefore, it has to be done between us, Tata Steel, vendor partners, drivers. In fact, many of the places where we have started the medical facilities, in a sense that, in a logistics function, the one important thing which is not being looked at is the eyesight, and which is actually a great concern, because you have a problem could be you cannot look at things at far distance.
Right.
You cannot look at it which is very close to you. So I think now we are also making it almost mandatory now that anybody who comes to the system, 100% eyes training has to be done.
Okay.
And he has to come up with a report. And in many places, we are also facilitating provide the spectacles, sometimes at free of cost, sometimes at a subsidized rate, so that they should not feel that, if I have a problem in the eyesight, I will not discuss or deliver it.
That myth has to be
broken. I think those exercises are on now. I think at least 6-7 transport parks have started doing it.
Okay.
It's a great encouragement. I think people are coming forward just to understand that what is his health condition. And because again, I think all our discussion point is started revolving around his family.
Absolutely.
The moment you have some emotional connect, I think it will be accepted much faster.
Correct.
So that's what we are trying to do.
So besides this, any one or two initiatives which you can highlight which have had a direct impact on road safety, which has made lives safer for the drivers? Any such thing you can highlight?
I think, as I said, I think one most important thing which has impacted and which will impact big times is the pilot taking rest. I think that is, we are not saying that we are mandatory now, but I think going forward it will be also mandatory, where somebody will actually monitor. It's like a daily MIS. You will get to know there are some Tata Steel system. Let's say every day we have around 5,000 plus trucks on road, and we can easy to get an MIS of 5,000 trucks.
Right.
How many hours did the driver drive actually? And if we say he has some 7 hours, 8 hours non-stop, then we have to check up with the vendor partners. Are they communicating him to deliver faster or not? So I think it should become a mandatory part of it, because that's the way you can Because end of the day, everybody needs rest.
Everybody does, yes.
That's so you will say, now I have slept in the morning, so I do not sleep at night. That's not possible. So everybody needs sleep at night. So therefore, this is one initiative which will be a game changer from avoiding accidents. That is one. And second point is, how do we communicate somebody that you are not feeling good, please don't drive. So it is not mandatory for somebody to drive.
Right. Some
Okay.
some days you may not be feeling
Feeling
too
good. Just communicate. I'm not feeling well. You park the car, you park the truck wherever it is, and take a rest. And whenever you feel good, drive. So I think these are more, I would say, between Tata Steel and the vendor partners to ensure that this is a social problem. It's not a because if you said, no, I have to deliver it 18 hours and I have a penalty that somebody would deduct.
Right.
So in such conditions, then there should be waiver also. I'm not talking about Tata Steel, but this is the industry perspective.
Yes.
That if you have to value somebody's life, you have to think about that person. All of us have a problem in life where we have some medical conditions which are not good for us, and then you do take rest. Why can't we extend to them?
Absolutely.
So I think these are the two things I would say it will make driving much more safer, and in a way, you are actually giving them that much of confidence that I am with you.
We will continue our interaction with Mr. Mukherjee after this very short message from our sponsor, Netradyne. You are watching Trans India. It's all about safety, presented by Netradyne.
At Netradyne, it's all about safety. It's all about safety.
At Netradyne, it's been all about safety. Across our 10 years of existence now, our mission has been to reduce accidents on the road. Every accident reduced is a life saved. And that's been the mantra around which we've developed technologies. And we're proud to say that our customers are now reaping the benefits of it. A number of our customers actually say that their accident rates have come down by 50% and more after deploying our tech. It's also about safety leading to efficiencies. The better your driving behavior, the less wear and tear there is on the vehicle, and the more economies you get from the dollar that you've invested in that trip. So while safety is our main pillar, we are now starting to see efficiency surrounding that pillar very, very strongly. Apart from just the whole concept of ensuring that the vehicle lifespan is actually elongated, we're also seeing that fuel is a huge issue, right? And better driving creates better fuel efficiencies. And in the current environment, we all know how important that is. We're also coming out with innovative technologies which allow us to look at safety not only from a vehicle's perspective, but using AI and edge computing. We've now released features which allow you to look at safety around the vehicle as well, right? For example, if you have a vehicle fitted with external cameras, today we have the ability to capture everything that's happening around the vehicle. Is, for example, if you're in a loading bay, right? You want to ensure that people who are doing the loading and unloading have the right safety equipment. Today, you can do a search using our technology, which in real time, across all of the vehicles, enabled with our tech, will search real time and tell you when, where, and how there was a violation. For example, you could actually just search, tell me when in my warehouse you spotted a person without a helmet, right? Just as an example. You could actually search saying that, show me in the last 5 hours which vehicles had a pothole into which they actually went, right? So all of these things surround the safety aspect with much, much more than just the driver behavior, which is critical, but also giving far more insights to actually drive the whole safety environment much, much more than what it was before.
Welcome back to Trans India. It's all about safety, presented by Netradyne. We are in conversation with Mr. Sirsendu Mukherjee, former supply chain chief at Tata Steel. Are you also using tech where you can use cameras to detect fatigue? Are you pushing your vendors to use
100%,
that?
I will not say 100%, but I think majority of our new vehicles which are coming to Tata Steel system are all having fatigue monitoring system. There are multiple gadgets. We can have some cameras also, front, back, where you can actually monitor the driving
Yes.
of the pilot. Also, there are apps available now. You can sort of tick box and understand that what is his driving efficiency,
Driving pattern.
driving
and stuff
pattern,
like
driving
this.
efficiency, and I think most importantly, I think idea is how to make it foolproof. So from a technology point of view, there should not be any accident.
Right.
Okay, and also now with the intervention of AI and ML, I think system will also tell you that now you need to take rest.
Yes.
There is no defined timeline, but
Correct.
if because of your eyelids and whatever the way you display, and the things will come up. I'm for sure that which will also help the this movement of being safe much faster.
So your sister concern Tata Motors has also developed a lot of things in trucks. You have ADAS system, you have your Fleet Edge. How are these helping in reducing accidents?
No, I would say there are technologies available today by multiple vendor partners.
Absolutely.
But how do you communicate to the driver community or the pilots that it is for your good? A technology is as good or as bad unless you understand the value of the technology.
Absolutely.
You can fit some 20 cameras in a truck, but if the pilot is not getting benefit out of the cameras, there is no benefit.
No use.
So therefore, while the technology solutions are in place, I would say, as you rightly mentioned, but I think we need to communicate and engage with them that everything which is there in the truck or trailer or wherever it is for your safety. It is just to make your life better every day.
Right.
So it is, see, many of the drivers would feel that we are monitoring them through cameras.
Yes.
So therefore they will become very conscious. They say, no, it is not to monitor you. It is only to ensure that you are safe.
Absolutely.
In fact, I have seen some of the trucks where in some accidents where the community and everybody will come, and that this generally in India any accident happens, truck driver is responsible.
Yeah.
Forget about who did what.
Yes, absolutely.
So through the camera, through the technology, video recordings, this can be handed over to the police. The police have seen that. So if somebody is coming from your back and they get into the rear side of the, so you will not get to know unless the camera captures it.
We've seen many cases now where the drivers that I have actually, benefited from these cameras.
So I think there are many instances I have seen, and I have seen it in my own eyes. So this is providing a lot of benefit to them. I think that's what I said. The more and more we train them, communicate them to understand the benefit of technology, I think they will also understand that there is a benefit of it. And end of the day, it is to protect human lives. It is nothing else other than the technology will only help to save human lives.
Then from whatever initiatives you've taken so far, do you see a drastic change or a drastic benefit of all this? Have the number of accidents, instances reduced?
I would say, I may not use the word drastic, but there is certainly improvement. And the improvement has happened in Tata Steel. I would say, if I look back data last 6 months, I would say we have two major injuries. So, and when we are, and in major injuries also, we are not sort of liking it. But end of the day, if there are 5,000 vehicles on the road every day, making sure everybody is safe and delivering material on time, I think something is good job done so far.
Yes,
but
of course.
We need to, communicate, engage, role modeling them. So they should feel they are part of the society. I'm sorry to say, but till now, still they are feeling they are, not part of the system. And every time I would visit any transport park, I would talk to them for 10-15 minutes and do the photo. I have taken some photographs with them.
Okay.
And one day I have the canteen food with them in Kalinganagar with them. So how do
They feel good.
They feel good, and they will generally ask very simple questions. आपने कितना घंटा सोया? आपने खाना कितना खाया? mane kab khana
Of
khaya.
course, right.
And then how many hours are you inside the premise? If I know that my TAT is more than 4 hours, 5 or 6 hours, then I have to discuss with the logistics team that why would driver be inside when you do not have the material ready for him.
Right.
So it's not about, so you have to, this is a 360 feedback mechanism where you are taking a real-time feedback from somebody and acting on it. It's not that he has come inside, now we can be there for hours and hours. No.
Correct.
That person also needs rest, and his clock starts when the material is loaded. The owner doesn't understand whether you have received the invoice or not. So I think a lot of initiatives are in place, a lot to be done, but I think I would summarize in one word that we need to have a lot of respect for them. Once you have respect for the driver community, I think they will feel that they are welcome in the society. Somebody is thinking about them, they are family members, and their behavior will change. Because behavior will change once we want their behavior to change.
Absolutely. So what about apps like, HumSafer is there? It helps in monitoring the drivers, incentivizes them. Will such initiatives also help the driver to perform better and make them feel part of the society?
HumSafer app is a great application of technology in terms of understanding. There are many information or informations you will get from the app in terms of driving hours, their fatigue conditions, where is the next, I think where can they fill the pumps, dhabas and everything. And then there's a different way of communicating always, it's like a movie style, it's a Bollywood movie style. So where it is not monotonous.
Right.
And it also gives some energy that that's something that somebody is telling in a different way. It's like a storytelling type. And app has a lot of benefits. So I think the challenge for all of us today is that how do you get everything in one app? As being a driver or pilot, he or she doesn't want to have a lot of technology which is bothering him.
Right.
Okay. He doesn't need to look at multiple screens. So I think next level technology would come like, it's like cloud. There's no device available, but you are being monitored.
So while currently you're monitoring, I mean, you're trying to train your own vendors, but what about the smaller transporters and truckers? How do we get them to, adopt these kind of measures?
It's a in the morning we had a discussion. I think it's all about role modeling. So let's say in Tata Steel ecosystem, there are 85 or 95 vendor partners working. If you can have some 5-6 vendor partners who are, who has world-class workshops, that people are smart enough, they can demonstrate the way you should drive. So I think it's about role modeling. You have to look at somebody to say that
if he can do it, why not me?
Why can't me? I think that's something that we need to do a lot. And if we have 5-6 of them, then the idea is let these people share their experience with the bigger community. Because once you hear from them, it will be much, much better. It's not that Tata Steel people is telling him to do something.
Right.
You will change when you watch someone that somebody has changed because of the technology or because of whatever intervention. So I think that's a great story to start with. And in fact, in our yards, Tata Steel also operates some 25-27 yards, and wherever we actually have a role model yards, and then we do tell our other yard, I would say owners that please do visit them, understand the way they work, and what kind of technology they have bought in. How can you make man-machine interface much, almost nil, so that the people are always safe. So it is not the safety is not about on roads. Right. Safety is in each and every touch point you are doing.
Absolutely.
How do you remain safe? Yeah. So for my manufacturing, since it's a mining company, so it's a mining to market company, we call it Tata Steel. Right. So we have touch points at mining, we have touch points of manufacturing, and we have a touch point of delivering to a customer. Everywhere there are challenges. And how do you capture those challenges and then have some technological solutions? But technological solution will not help you 100%. So therefore, you need to have training session organized, you need to have communication sessions, you need to have role modeling, you need to appreciate good behaviors, you need to appreciate good driving. There's a positive reinforcement. where people will say, I have been recognized because of my good
I'm a
behavior.
good driver, yes.
And that guy will tell some 100 people, you can also be a role model next month. It's like person of the month. I think a lot of positive reinforcement has to be done. But to ensure that these people, I would say, I always believe that word, that we need to really think about them, care about them and respect those people.
Sir, having come so far, what are your future plans? What more do you plan to do for the truck drivers from a safety point of view?
And as I said, I think the most important thing is that we need to build a community. So truck driver is not part of community. Sorry to say that.
Yes.
When I say community means they, if you stand outside a truck or you are inside a truck, how do people call you? आप इधर आ, driver साहब इधर आइए, आप खाना खाया. So if three statements should tell you that whether you are actually doing a holistic approach of improving their lives.
Right.
So unless we do that, it is still some exercise you have done and you have still not reached that milestone. Okay. Entire industry in the worldwide, if you see the value of human lives in India, I don't know what is the value of human lives. Any accident happens, I don't know what the insurance company pays, 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs. The point is it good enough?
See, you can't have a monetary tone to it. The entire family gets ruined in many cases.
So therefore, if you are thinking about his family, then you have to think differently. It's not his. So a driver is delivering goods for whom? For you, for me, for all of us. So therefore, you need to ensure his safety.
Absolutely.
So if all of us can do that, we can do in our way. But end of the day, objective is what? That he leaves our premise and delivers the material safely and come back safely.
Right.
So, in Tata Steel parlance, we have a good program in safety parlance called Ghar se Ghar Tak. That means the person leaves home and comes back home, how to ensure his safety. So, entire period he doesn't stay inside the premise, but that's what we communicate, that once you start from your home and once you reach a factory, are you wearing helmet? Is it also part of your safety? So, safety is not inside the premise.
Yes.
See, if driver is driving, if he is not wearing a seat belt, or he is thinking that I am not feeling good, it's trapped, This is for you, for your own safety. So therefore you have to wear it. So I think the seat belt was also not patented by Toyota because of what? Because it is for safety purpose.
Absolutely.
If you would have patented it, then Toyota would have been $1 trillion company by now. The kind of cars being manufactured every day.
Right.
So as long as all of us think that there is a value of human life, and I have a role to play. It's not about everybody will do and I will watch. No, then the society will never change.
Everybody has to play their role, right?
So, and it has to start, I think starting point, it should be from the schools, where in the education system, the safety has to be inculcated. It is not road safety. Safety has multiple phases. At home, we have LPG cylinders and everything. I don't think that all the ladies who are inside at home, whether it is educated or uneducated, they are not even well aware about the hazards of the LPG leakages. You have seen in the even people are wet hands electrical switches. You have seen that people are electrocuted because of no knowledge about electrical safety. So safety per se is a big subject. It's not road safety. Road safety we talk about because you can see something happening on road and we are all concerned. But something is happening every day at home also.
Absolutely.
You could see the cylinder burst hota hai, and there are many things happen. So how can government build a curriculum around it? The basic safety behaviors to be taught. When I say basic safety behaviors, it could be related to 1S, 2S, 3S, so basic any issues of the country, that if Japanese, the people from Japan, goes for a football match at the stadium, they will clean the stadium and come back home. So that is more than safety.
Correct.
In the process, you are ensuring safety.
Yes.
The safety is from an overall point of view, it captures everything that we do. From from the early morning to the late night when we go to sleep.
Right. So you've been in this space for a long time now. Do you feel trucks have improved a lot over the years in terms of safety features within the cabin, outside, or there's more that needs to be done?
No, so I think safety features, I would say today is world class. Okay, safety features, technology, service providers, they have given everything. Now, my point of view is, it's our responsibility to make best of the technology. and people should not think that I am being monitored. I think the most interactions I have done with the pilots, they would say that we are being monitored. No, they are not being monitored. And why should we monitor them? What's the purpose? Purpose is, are you driving safe? Are you taking enough rest? Are you driving in a way which can cause injury to others? When you are on road, it is not necessary that you are injured. Because of your actions, somebody else can get injured.
Right.
So therefore, how do you proactively think about you and communicate you through the system platforms that you are not driving right?
We just need to change the narrative actually.
Narrative. And we have to tell them, we are here to help you out so that you, as I said, you drive safe and come back safely. I think the narrative has to change. Technology alone cannot solve the problem. It is all our behavior, it's all our upbringing, it's all about education system, it's all about the entire political ecosystem where government has to think much beyond what we are doing today.
And it has to be a very collective approach.
Anything, if the country needs a change anywhere, it's not only safety, everywhere you think it's a collective change is required. How do you, we call it, let's say, tourism. Everybody wants to come to India, how will come? First of all, people say, is the country safe?
Yes.
There also, that safety in a different form, but then...
Right, but that's the first question.
First question, is the country safe? Am I free to travel any time of the day? Am I being harassed? So there are multiple things would come in.
Right.
With the introduction of GST and other things, I think one point on the trucking community and the pilots get a huge benefit for them because they are not carrying physical papers now.
Yes.
In one single GST is everywhere in the country one rate.
Correct.
Otherwise, all the states have different GST. You start from Odisha, reach to Maharashtra, there are multiple rates applicable everywhere. The people will say, what is your origin? What is your end point? I think this technological change and the government, this kind of GST reforms have also helped truckers big times. You don't see long queues anywhere in the border states now. And now, I think all our trucks move without papers now. Nobody carries paper. I think paperless organization and appreciating and understanding everybody that the pilot who is driving for you, he is like you, he is one of you. That will change the entire narrative of the industry.
Sir, one last question. Transporters, I think more than often they would be coming to you, sir, rate बढ़ा दो, हमारा toll बढ़ गया, truck महंगा हो गया, diesel. How do you tackle that? How do you balance that out?
No, I think, as I said, I think rate and everything, it's a very transparent process we are having in Tata Steel. So and there are partners. So I would like to say that there are multiple vendor partners who are with us for 20-25 years. It's not that everybody is coming to us, tomorrow or day after tomorrow.
Right.
And there is a business, some percentage of the entire share is passed on to them. And they are, I would say, very big organizations, okay? So their requirement is little different. So obviously they want to continue the way they are doing. They also want to grow their business.
Right.
But also they want to be safe. Because from a Tata Steel point of view, when we engage with anybody, we first check the organization's performance in last 4 years, 5 years. What kind of safety protocols, behaviors do they follow? We have an assessment we call CSMS assessment, safety assessment being done by the safety team to ensure that do they understand the basics of the safety. Are their supervisor trained enough? If the supervisor not trained enough, they cannot communicate to the driver community that what is required out of them.
Absolutely.
So I think there are healthy checkpoints at multiple points where before you introduce somebody, we check all this. That is that company suitable for enough to be associated with Tata Steel? Because delivering goods anybody can do, but delivering goods with safety many people cannot do.
And is there a preference given to transporters with more Tata Motors trucks?
No, it's not like that. But so we have a safety star assessment where we have 4-star, 5-star vendors. So
Okay.
that 4-star, 5-star vendors means they're the best in class. They do get preference.
Okay. And that's on the basis of a lot of parameters, including the vehicles also.
Including I would say, including the participations of the proprietors or the owners. If, you see, end of the day, you want to make a change, you have to do the change.
Absolutely.
If owners do not take the responsibility and ownership, nothing will change. If that's the point you said, that everybody will come on toll and money and everything, that is given. That everybody is doing. No, nobody will do. We are not a society that everybody is doing a free service.
Correct.
But what is beyond that? If you earn money, have you earned money and your organization is safe? Nobody has any injury? Will you feel good? Will you sleep well? Or you say, I do not know, something can go wrong in our company today or tomorrow. I don't think that anybody will come and work in your organization.
Right.
So that's what I said. If it is a ghar se ghar tak, we have to take full ownership of the people who are coming to us and going back home safely. And that's the way the entire organization is working. Long way to go, but I think we have a very good beginning. And last 5-10 years, we have moved. And that's what, in summary, I think transport parks, medical facilities, canteen facilities, their rest. And if somebody wants to have air conditioned rooms, we have beds, we have multiple facilities available. So that they are not deprived of the facilities everybody should get. They are doing the service for the nation and also for us. So therefore, if they want to have a facility, they should not feel, I wanted to sleep in AC room, I didn't get it. There should not be regret for somebody.
I think they've earned it.
They have earned it. They have earned more than us. Because being in AC room, we don't know how to transport anything. And if tomorrow you don't have the vegetables at your home, then you'll suddenly understand
How important
is this. I think it's something that all of us collectively have to own, and we have to give them the respect that they deserve. We are not doing, I'm not saying that we are doing more than what is required, but maybe we are doing little less than what is required. Okay, and therefore, if we think about them, take care of them, they will also take care of us. And that's the way the life is all about.
Right, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's all about safety. It's all about human life. It's all about productivity. It's all about efficiency. A robust logistics system does not only mean delivering goods in time. The process has to be efficient as well as safe. While Tata Steel is exploring alternate fuel trucks as well, it is making sure that safety is not compromised at any stage. We had the privilege of attending one of the logistics meet at Tata Steel, and the focus on every incident was immaculate. Remember, I said incident and not accident. If we can prevent incidents, accidents will automatically be nullified. We will have the second episode of the series, It's All About Safety, presented by Netradyne next month, in which we will be featuring Heidelberg Cement. But we will be back again next week with another interesting interaction on Trans India. Real people, real emotions. So until next week, stay safe and drive safe. Jai Hind.